Hey everybody, it's Tom, and I'm back again with a comic book haul. Um, I got a couple of books that I picked up from trips to the flea market, some Instagram books, I think, and some books from a couple of local comic shops. I also went to go see the Avengers re-release in theaters recently. And if you're planning to do this and if it's still showing in your theater, I would not go if you're planning to see any extra footage put back into the movie, a la the Lord of the Rings type deal where they did their special editions. Um, it was a ripoff as far as that goes. Still a great movie. Love the final battle scene with Thanos. But they were giving away a poster. See if you guys can see that right there. So I grabbed a couple of those. I haven't seen Far From Home yet, but they had the souvenir popcorn bucket and souvenir soda cup. Of course, I had to get that. All right. Let's see here how we go about doing this. So we'll start with some of the magazines I picked up recently. I got this issue of Star Force magazine from July 1978. Got it strictly for the Wonder Woman Linda Carter cover. Always was a big fan of that. The Hulk magazine, number 13, the first published work of Sienkiewicz. Bill Sienkiewicz also had a Moon Knight story in here, early Moon Knight work as well. It's my second copy of that. These magazines all were $1 a piece. Creepy 144. It's a reprint of an earlier cover by Frazetta. Got that for $1. Just a random issue of Creepy magazine. Wasn't going to leave that there for $1. Anytime I see these magazines on the cheap, I'm going to grab them. I feel like it's the one area of collecting comics that's not really been appreciated or touched yet, by speculators and things of that nature. So if you can always find magazines on the cheap. And then lastly, a Vampirella 111. This was from 1983. I just assumed it was older than that. But still, 1983 is still relatively old, like I am. $1. So those were all from the flea market. I was glad to find another copy of that Hulk magazine. Bill Sienkiewicz is finally getting his due as an artist. All right. Let's see here. Let me just move this box that has all the books in it without knocking everything over. All right. Let's just start with I'm not sure what order they'll be in, but these were some flea market books I got for $1 a piece. Spawn 95 had some. It was either a minor first appearance or one of those lower print issues. I got that for $1. Same deal with number 87. That also had like a minor first appearance in it. And then this book here, number 97. And if you follow me on Instagram, I posted some pictures of this. Not because it's something special, but it's one of those lower print issues as well. It goes from $10 to $15, in high grade. But this book was absolutely filthy. It was black, rubbing, I think, from other books being on top of it and not being in a bag. It was black all down the spine, all up through here, in through here. Anywhere where you see white, there was black streaks in it. But I was able to take an eraser that I got at Hobby Lobby and did a respectable job, I think. Still couldn't get that little dot out there, but it's at least way more presentable than it was. So I picked that up for $1. And then found this. I don't have many Charlton books, and I don't have many, romance books as well. Found this for $1. It's it's either a Canadian or no, it's a British Pence version. Sorry, UK says it right on there. It's from 1972 or 4. I forgot which. Grabbed that for $1 for the PC. And then I was glad to finally find a copy of this. There was a guy with a random long box outside that had a lot of 90s Spider-Man in it, and had this one Batman book, Detective 850. This book was more popular about 6 months or so ago. First, they claim it's the first appearance of the Gotham City Sirens. I don't know, I cried bullshit on that. I think the Gotham City Sirens miniseries or 12-issue series, whatever it was, I always thought that was their first appearance, but But somebody on Instagram, Master X Splinter, and somebody else, I'm sorry, I forgot who, pointed out to me, and I missed it, that it's a newsstand edition. So very happy to find that. Newsstand editions during this time period are obviously harder to come by, and it's for a key issue. Got some eBay stuff. I paid more for shipping than I actually did for the books. I always liked this cover. I don't know where I saw it before. I thought it was kind of cool. Picked this up for $1. Tales from the Crypt. And then got on the Atlas bandwagon as well. I found a high-grade copy from the same seller. I bought that for $1, and shipping was like $5, so I was trying to find anything else to try to make it worthwhile. And I found this high-grade copy of The Destructor for $1 on his page as well. And then I went to Zap Comics the other day to get some bags and boards, and they, for some reason, ran out of Silver Age boards. So I went digging through the back issue bins and came away with 3 books. Captain Marvel 150, got that for $1.50. First appearance of a character that was in the Captain Marvel movie. Forgot the name of it. I always do that when I make these videos. And then cool Mike Zeck Captain America cover, number 321. Got that for $2. And I was looking through the Batman Beyond section to see if I can stealth buy some of those books that were popular, and I couldn't find them, but I did find this one, the first appearance of Batgirl Beyond. I think that's like a $10 book, $10 or $15 book. Got that for $2. Let's see if I can just bring this camera a little closer without knocking anything over. Still being able to see the bottom of the books. Done. All right. Let's see here. Then I found not 1, not 2, but 3 copies of X-Force number 1. I had 1 in my last video, and then I got 3 more with the Deadpool card. So there's the regular version, and then 2 copies of the newsstand. And these were all $1 a piece. So I was very happy to find these. I think I got them at my local shop. He had a box full of dollar books. I can't remember where I got them from. And then it's the first time owning this book. I've just never been able to find one in a dollar bin. I didn't want to pay much for this particular copy. It's not in high grade, but it's a book that I've never had in the collection before. Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 21. Same thing with this one, like in that Spawn book, it had some, rubbing on there, and I took an eraser to it, a softer eraser, and got a lot of it off. So I was glad to finally have that for the PC. Then I found this for $1, Mask of the Phantasm. I think this is also the first appearance of the Phantasm, who's now in DC continuity as well. And then this book is starting to heat up a little bit. Batman and Robin Adventures Annual #1, another Phantasm book. Was glad to grab that. I think that's going for like $20 now. And then another book I got from the flea market. I went to Columbus Flea Market and picked up a couple of things. Nothing overly amazing. I've always wanted this book. I've seen other people show it, and I didn't realize how thick it is until I saw it in person. This was another dollar purchase, a Dave Stevens cover, Amazing Heroes Preview Special from 1988. I mean, look how thick that thing is. So I got that for the Dave Stevens collection. Found another copy of Vampirella #10. Anytime I find that for $1, I'm going to pick that up for the Adam Hughes cover. If anybody needs a copy of that, I've got like 4 or 5 copies. I'd be happy to trade one to somebody. And then another simply amazing Dave Stevens cover. It's my second copy of this as well. Love that. And what else did we grab from that flea market? Oh, then this book here. Got this for $5. I thought that was just awesome for this. Detective Comics #316. Not high grade, but definitely not low grade. It's a mid-grade copy for $5. I couldn't believe it. I was like, fine, I'll take that all day, every day. And let's see. Then I found these in the dollar bins as well. I grabbed 2 copies of them. One of them I grabbed because I thought it was signed. It's Frank Miller's Sin City, A Dame to Kill For, 1 of 6. I didn't particularly care for the movie. I think that was the second Sin City movie. But then I found this copy as well, and it had in gold on it this FM. Those of you who've gotten Frank Miller's signature, just I guess verify for me if you see this that it's not his signature. Matt, Comic Order 410, said to me that he didn't think it was, but it's just random that somebody did that in gold pen on there like that. But you know, for $1, I figured, you know, I'll buy that lottery ticket just in case. And then I got some books from eBay. Again, the shipping actually cost more than the books themselves. I've been on a Lucio Perillo kick, a bigger kick than I'm normally on. These were all less than cover price. I was glad to get these. I think I paid $7 for shipping, and the books were less than $7. Mr. and Mrs. X, #1, variant edition by Lucio Perillo. Mighty Thor, I believe this was either 600 or 700. I lose track of the numbers. Lucio Perillo variant. And this Fantastic Four Virgin cover by Perillo. All those books were less than $7. I couldn't believe it. And then we got some other books from the local shop. Just some newer stuff. I never owned this book, so this will just be a placeholder in my Spider-Man run. I never read the story about the origin of Morbius before. Got another copy of Symbiote Spider-Man #1. Actually, got 2 copies of that. Got the Artgerm Catwoman #12. Got 2 copies of those. I love the variant to this. It's got a pink background. I'd love to get that. Ride #1. Bought this strictly for the cover. Same with the Ride #1. I don't plan on reading those, but the covers were just must-have. The Marvels Deadpool #13. Just an awesome cover. I wouldn't be surprised someday that cover just spikes because of how great it is. Black Cat #1, Artgerm cover. Got 2 copies of that. Black Cat #1, the J. Scott Campbell cover. Got 2 copies of that. And then another Lucio Perillo, Justice League Odyssey #10. So anytime I can find something Lucio Perillo, I'm going to grab it. All right, coming down the home stretch, another eBay purchase. I got this. So he had best offer on this. I think he had $40 on it. I put a best offer of $15 and he took it. No, I take it back. He had $60 on it. I put a bid of $30. He accepted it. It came poorly shipped. He gave me a $10 credit back on the book. So I got it for around, I got it for like $20, I think. So I was very happy to get that. I don't have any Wiz. I have one other Wiz issue that's in really low grade. Wiz Comics #47. It presents well. It's complete. Only has one staple though. It's not missing any. I looked along the spine, and I guess they were saving money back then, and they only got the one massive staple in the middle. So I was happy to grab that. Then I got some other spec books. I got this from Erod, fellow New York, I'm not a New York Warrior, but he's part of the New York Warriors. He gave me a good deal on that Perillo Red Sonja cover. And then some more local shop pickups. I got this from Zap as well. This was on their wall, and it's in nice shape. This is right before this book took a massive spike recently. Giant Size Defenders #3. Got that for $20. It's pretty nice. Spine looks good. It's got the value stamp. I always forget about those damn value stamps. I opened it up and after the fact, and luckily the stamp was there. I've been burned before on those, not knowing that there's value stamps in some of these books. And then the last 2 books I got from the flea market. I paid $3 a piece for these at Columbus. The Eternals #3. First appearance of, I think, Cersei is the character. She was a member of the Avengers for a while. And Eternals #1. Got that for $3. That's in pretty nice shape. So there you go. That's my haul for this time. If you like what you see, please comment, like, and hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up button. And I'll also be having another video that I think I'm going to post before this about the what's in that short box with my Mylar books. So I'll also put a link to that video here because I'm going to post that one before this one posts. So I hope you guys like that video as well. And thanks again for watching, guys. And we'll see you soon.